Hello, today we are going to see about the SQL queries for the database management systems. So these are some basic queries which we are going to see for the database management system using SQL queries. So first of all, we have to know how to create a table. So here we are going to create a table named student profile. Student profile name has some columns, three columns, namely register number, first name, and email. So to create a table, we have to write the syntax create table for and table name, where here we have uh, denoted the table name as student profile. And after we have to put the open bracket here. So after the open bracket, so here we have to write the register number. So register number and what kind of uh, data type. So register number is a column name of data type is varchar and 10 is the size of the register number. So maximum you can give the values up to 10 digits and it is a primary key value. That means this column can be referred in another table. So this is declared as a primary key value. And the next column is first name. This is also a varchar data type of size 5050. And next one is email of varchar data type of 100 size and it is a unique. So all the values entered in the email section has to be unique and it should not be repeated. So here we have created a student profile table with three columns, register number, first name and email ID. And this register number is a primary key column which can be referred for another table. And this first name is a varchar parameter and this email is a unique parameter where the values is not going to be get repeated. And this is another table, namely certification table, which has a two column name certification ID and certification name. So this table is going to have certification ID as a primary key and certification names as unique. So these column certification ID is can also be utilized or used in referred in another table as a foreign key. Here is a third table where this table is going to refer the data from another table, right? Here we are going to create a table name student certifications where register number is varchar size 10 and certification ID is integer. And these primary key values are registration number and certification ID. Here both are declared as a primary key of, so this is another way of declaring a primary key. In the previous example, we have referred the primary key after the column name itself. Here the primary key value has been defined as a whole sum. But this is for your reference. If you are going to refer the table, if the previous table, we have to write as foreign key. So foreign key referred from which table and the column name belongs to which table. So we have to write the query like that. So this is a manipulation query, the basic manipulation query, which is an insert is one of the manipulation query. So how to insert a value or how to add a value to a table. So here we are going to insert a value for the student profile table where we can insert the values. How we can insert the values? So you have to write the query as insert into student profile to which columns? To register number and first name. So to these both columns, we are going to insert values. So we have to mention the column names. And after that, what we are going to insert? We are going to insert the values to these two columns. So insert into table name, column names and values of or 1004 and Deepa. So these two values are inserted into the respective columns. If you change the column names, what will happen? We have to change the value names too. So in which order we are giving the column names, the same order we have to enter the values. This is most important. So how to update a value in a table, right? So here we are going to modify the existing value and change to another value. So for the student centric table, so update is the query, update student table name set. So what we are going to set? Data achieved is equal to 2000. So this data is going to be changed where register number is equal to or 1002 and certification ID is equal to 2. So whenever a value is matched, that particular table uh, column value has been changed over here. So this is how we can change. So here we have to mention the table name and which column the value is going to get changed. What is the condition we have to mention? So what is the matching condition? It can be a single condition also, multiple conditions also. So we can use and conditions also, which means both the criteria has to be get satisfied. If you use or condition, any one condition, that is register number, if it matches also we can change update the values, or certificate ID if it matches also we can update the values. Here and means both the values has to be get updated, then only the values can be mapped. Next query is the delete. So we have to delete a row. Here we are going to delete a row R1103 from the table student centric. So here we have deleted the value matching the particular values from the row register number. So delete is the query name from where, which table. So and where is the condition? So we have to mention the condition for update and delete queries. This is join queries. Join queries where returns only with the matching of the both the tables. So we are going to execute a join query. That is, we have to merge two tables and we have to write the queries. Here we have selected two tables. Selected sp.firstname, that is student table, and certificate table. We are including the certificate name column. We have taken one column from students table and we have taken one column from certificate table. That is what we have mentioned. So select sp.firstname, c.certificate name from student profile sp. This student profile is converted into short form as sp with inner join student certificate as sc. So student certificate table name is converted to sc. Here wrongly it is typed as c, right? So it has to be sc. So on sp dot registration number equal to sc dot registration number. So both the columns has to be mapped. Whichever values matching will be inner join with the certification C, right? sc dot certification ID, c dot certification ID. So this is how it's going to work. So whichever values is mapped with those two tables, the values will get shown in the result. So here this is a left outer join where all the values in the left side table will be displayed. That is first name. All the five first names in the tables has been defined, even though there is a null value. There is no value for the certifications. So this is how the left side is work. The pattern is similarly same. Instead of using inner join, we are going to use here the left join. So that's the so whatever the table has in the left side values will be displayed, and if the values has been, if the particular student has been have done certifications, it will be displayed with the certification names. If the student have not done the certifications, it will mark as empty, null. Right side all the certification names will be displayed, even though the certification is done by the student or not. If the certification is done by the student name will get displayed. If it is not done by the student, automatically the table will post the null value. So whatever the values in the right side table will get displayed, and whatever the table values matching in the left side table only will display. For the remaining value, the null will be entered. Union, so whatever the values matching or whether it is having the values or not, every value will get displayed. So left join and right join both combines, and all the values in the both the tables in are listed over here. And if the values, if the particular student have not done any certification, automatically null value will be posted. And if the particular certification is not done by any student, the null value will be posted in the student column. So the inner union only results if both the values are available. Left means left value will be available, and the right side will be null if it is an empty, and right side union is right side table value will be displayed completely. If there is no matching values in the left side table, then it will be null. For outer join, all the values in both the tables, left or right, will be displayed. And if the matching values is not available, then a null option will be inserted into the table, which is for the full outer join. And this is aggregate functions. So what are the few aggregate functions? Count, minimum, maximum, sum, and average. So for the given table, we have listed down count star means the complete table. What is the count value? So the complete value for is 8. So total number of rows available in the table is 8, and it is displayed. And what is the minimum score? So the minimum, we are not going to take the whole table. We are only taking the score table, score column, and in the score column, what is the minimum value, which is 75, and what is the maximum score? It is 95, and the sum of the score is 688, and the average score is 86.0. So we can calculate the tables aggregate functions using these SQL queries. And aggregate function with a group by functions. So we are going to apply the aggregate function using group by. So what is the purpose of group by? We can see here. Here we are writing the query, select certificate ID. So for the certificate ID, based upon the certificate ID, we are going to count, create a column named count, and a minimum score, and maximum score, and average score. So these are the 4 columns which we have created and from student table, student. So select these columns. These columns, actually the column you can see in the table, the count, minimum, max, average, these columns are not presented, but we can create the additional columns also using this query. Select certificate ID is available, and we are going to calculate the various aggregate functions for the certificate ID column. So we have created a 4 columns named count, minimum, maximum, and average in the through this query and from student table. And these here we have mentioned group based certificate ID. So this group based certificate ID, what it will do? So it will group the similar values. Here one is a value which has 4 scores, and among the 4 scores 78. So here one has 85, 78, 92, and 80. So 78 is the least value for the certificate ID 1, and maximum value is 92, and the average value is 83.5. Similarly for 2, the count is 4, minimum 75, maximum 90, average 83.75. So this can be used when we have to shortlist the uh, group the students marks. So suppose we have collected the whole all the subjects marks for all the students, but we have to calculate how many subjects a particular student has wrote, and what is his highest mark, and what is his lowest mark, and what is his average CGPA. So for this calculations, we can use this group by query. So here another one query is having. So for the same aggregate functions, how we can use the having. So we are adding additional condition. So for the previous query, what we have done, we have added the having average score greater than 80. So the query which has average score 80 more than 80 is been displayed. Here for the group by ID 1, 90, 85, 88, 92. So these are the four values available, and these four values are above 80, so the value is being displayed. When we come for 2, that is the group by according to group by condition, 1 has been separately grouped and 2 has been separately grouped. So among the two, the score values is not greater than 80. So all the values are less than 60. So these values has not been displayed over here. So this is how the having conditions is working in the group by condition along with the group by condition for the aggregate functions. I hope this video is useful for you and this will help you for your exams. Thank you.